Hey there, this is Chad from Zombie Fight Shark, and welcome back to another installment of our EastWest walkthrough series. And today we're going to look at the Fab 4 release from EastWest, which, if you don't know who the Fab 4 are, you could be a very young person. I'm not going to say anything disparaging. It's the Beatles, in my opinion, one of the, if not the most important rock band, pop band of the 20th century for sure. I'm sure plenty of people will have their own opinions about that, but that's for another YouTube channel. So EastWest, if you look in the manual for this, they go into the story behind it and all the equipment they had to get, and instruments they had to purchase, a bunch of stuff. Like a whole lot went into making this release, which is awesome. It's awesome that they put so much time and effort and love into this because they're fans of the Beatles, like many of us are. And then of course there's obviously they've got it's got its own special interface here. But let's look at so what is it? Fab 4. You got bass, drums, guitars, keys, miscellaneous. And then in each one of these, you have multiple instruments or multiple versions of instruments. And they've attempted to, as faithfully as possible, recreate specific sounds from Beatles records, Beatles songs, from things that are from certain studios, and they've very faithfully done so, using the original equipment in several cases, or original, not the one the Beatles recorded on per se, but the same year, the same make, model, year that instruments were made on, etc. So that you can go to the EastWest website and read more about that, because it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool what they did. But what you're here for and what I'm here for is the instruments themselves, and they are very faithfully recreated. And I'm a bassist, so yes, that sounds like Paul McCartney's bass. And as you can see, you've got some different, this is a little different from the normal interface. So just, you got stereo spread built in up here, you've got delay built in over here. Then so just different things to play with. I guess I'm less concerned personally with the effects. This might be part 1 of 2, we'll see. So let's listen to, how does this sound? I think it speaks for itself. I mean, it's a solid bass sound there. So one of the things that's kind of interesting here, you've got elements and you've got master for all of these. And so you might have heard when I was just playing that elements, when I hit the note hard, it kind of get a whoosh, you got a little hammer on slide up kind of thing. So when you go to master, you can key switch between some of that. And that's pick versus. And that's like a little bit of a mute. Hammer off, as it were. So you have a few little options for that one. Come to bass, that would be come together, I would assume, is what that's referring to. And that, I believe on the come together, it's a, I believe it's Rickenbacker. It's a buttery sound, so I absolutely love that. And then again, master, so we're gonna get some different versions of it here. So this one takes a second to load because they did not skimp on the number of samples on this bundle. So, and this, to me, this part's a little weird, but they've sampled the just staccato. You don't see that as much on like electric instruments, but in the case of the Beatles, it kind of makes sense because there's times where you're just gonna like, they're at least in some Beatles songs, it's like everything was staccato the whole song, and in the case of Paul McCartney. And then here we got some noises. And then let's do with a little help from my bass. And there's that staccato again. There's our hammer off. And then we got some harmonics. Which is nice. So there's your bass section. Now drums, you know, a lot of drummers don't give Ringo the respect that he deserves, and I think for an English dude in the 60s, he was a really funky drummer. And again, I'm sure some drummers will disagree, and they'll maybe put that in the comments about how much they disagree. But I personally love Ringo's drumming. It was like, it's weird and angular a lot of times, and he just did things that are different. So I'll stop talking so you can hear what I'm doing. And I think what I read in the manual was that these are, I think 16 layers is what they recorded, velocity levels. Definitely a lot of them. So if you're a fan of Ringo's drumming, then, you know, here you go. And, you know, depending on the album, like early stuff, what was he using? Is it a Ludwig kit? And then later, you know, as they had more money and time, and there's other things going on in later records. I'm no expert on that, obviously. But the thing I'm the most excited about is the velocity layers, because there's a lot. So Fairchild modulated cymbals. So just some cymbals there. Help. I'm a snare plus kit. That's funny. So got a lot of kicks there. Oh, and so that's that's worth mentioning there. They were nice enough to throw in builds and whatnot. And let's see, in the end, there will be drums. Ah, so this one is panned. So that's it's a really nice touch. I didn't play with this one earlier. So in a lot of the early Beatles stuff, you know, the panning was hard left, hard right, or hard center, or just center. I guess it's not hard. So when you listen to a lot of the old records, that's what you hear: hard left, hard right, center. And so that one is panned as such. So if you want to be really faithful to some old recordings, and just a fun little tidbit. So I guess this is Penny Lane. If you just as a study in engineering, listen to a Beatles track with just one ear, and you know, you'll hear all of the backup vocals in one side and all the guitars in another, and so forth, and then some stuff is in the center, so you get a little bit in both ears. But it's really interesting to hear how they did, how they achieved the sounds they got. And it's really cool to hear the musicianship. Like, you can just listen to one ear and hear like how good that the band was, and how just they had their stuff together. So this one would be Strawberry Fields drums, I suppose. Ticket to Drums, Room. So this would be with a room mic. Yeah. So Ticket to Ride. So a little bit different drum sound on that one. Now let's see. I'm guessing this one's probably going to be close mic'd. Yep. Just the faintest amount of room in there. So very playable, very playable. I'm having some latency issues today, so I'm not able to play some fat beats. I'm not that good at finger drumming anyway, but and since we've gone through almost all of them here, last one. Oh yeah, so we're talking like White Album maybe? That one's my favorite. That one is hands down my favorite. It's nice and dirty. Let's get over to guitars. There's a lot here, so I may not go through all the guitars. I may not have time for all of that. Come to guitar rhythm elements. So I have mixed feelings on this. And I talked about this a little bit in my 56 Stratocaster episode, where it's a chord. So yeah, I don't have as much use for that, but I guess, you know, depending on what you're doing, it could be useful. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. It's not blowing me away. And I'm key switching, and you can see it's changing chords. So that's the rhythm part of it. So I suppose if you were to run that through if you ran it through a arpeggiator, you know, and just one note, you could do some interesting things with that. And I might give that a try as a demo later. Solo, come to guitar solo. Okay, you know, that's respectable. Let's check out that master. Little slide there. Little staccato there. So you got some different textures of, or different things going on with the guitar there, influenced by Come Together. Everybody's got something to hide except for me and my monkey. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'll take that. So, you know, you got fixing a guitar, so fixing a hole, get back, getting a better guitar, getting better. Here comes the guitar. Here comes the sun. I'm a Blackbird guitar. So... Alright, you know, that's okay. You know, I've talked about it in that 56 Strat episode. I can't say I've ever listened that close to the guitar and fixing a hole, but I'm going to take their word for it that that's about what it sounds like. But good guitar sound and playing it on a keyboard, like, even when it's sampled really great, you can still have the effect of it sounding like crappy synthy guitar from a 90s keyboard. Let's see, let's just check out the master. I think the elements, since the elements are included in the master, we'll just load the masters up for these and go through those instead. That's solid. I like that. I'm a fan of that one there. Let's see, let's check out the master on getting... Got to admit, it's getting better. Sorry for that sad singing. Yeah, so that, you know, that's like the signature part of that song is those chords. So rightfully so, that's what they gave you. And there have been plenty of people who've tried to imitate that exact sound. Elliott Smith comes to mind on one. I have mixed feelings on this one. Here comes the sun, I guess. Okay, yeah, alright, they got me. They got me. I want what we all want. Yeah, kind of reminiscent of the Get Back guitar, just not quite as fuzzy. Alright, let's try the Blackbird here. So we'll go with the master. Okay. You got some noises there. This isn't what I expected, really. So we got chords. Looks like there. Okay, that I expected. because the song is a finger-picking song. Okay, get some hammer-ons. Slides. Okay. All right. Yep. You got me. You got me on that one. All right. Only a backward guitar. Oh, yes. Oh, man. I'm a sucker for that one. This second patch here, though. Man, I think the drugs just kicked in. Woo, I could play with that one for a while. All right, let's keep moving. You don't want to hear me ramble too much. Let's see, Lucy. Yeah, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Okay. Yep. I'm down with that. Let's see, Michelle, ma belle. So you got a staccato and then a sustained. It's got a little pick noise to it. You do it soft. Very soft. Sound like there's that many levels there to that one. I'm not gonna be picky. That's fine. Sitting in a nowhere land. Yep. Nowhere Man. So, I mean, pretty faithful. And maybe I will go through all of these. I don't know. It's about there already. Party guitar. Okay. Yep. All right. I'm going to have to go listen to some Beatles after this one, guys. Let's see. So... or Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Hope you will enjoy the show. A little slippery there. Alright, staccatos. Vibrato with a slide down. Staccato chord. All right, let's keep going. Revostortion. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We'll go to the master here. So it's got a helter-skelter feel. Or revolution, which I guess is what it is. That's fun. Goes all the way down to a low C. Cool. Got some chugginess. Oh, lordy. Oh, man. Yeah, they got me there. Staccato. Oh, the low notes. That's fun. Low chords. More low chords. Okay, all right. Excellent. Excellent. Good job, guys. I mean, you can't really use that riff too much, but I don't care. It's worth it. Roll over Beethoven. And I like that it goes down to that low C. That's a nice touch. Something in a guitar solo, one of the most famous guitar solos and guitar tones of all time. Let's see, did they pull it off? They pulled it off. You know, I'm not George Harrison. I'm not George Harrison, so I'm not going to be able to play, especially not keyboard guitar like him. And then that's the rhythm guitar. Very faithful. Let's go for ticket. She's got a ticket to ride. All right. Yeah, so Ticket to Ride has a 12-string guitar. And that is a 12-string. Okay, let's go to keys. A lot more here. Baby, I'm a rich man. It's fun. It's a fun one. Little blip there. And then a short. Because I'm a harpsichord. Yep, definitely. It's a harpsichord. Get back to where you once belong. So that song is, you know, Get Back, JoJo. JoJo is actually Yoko. And if you didn't know that. And that is the organ. Let's see, Lucy in the Lowry with diamonds. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's see. Lady Madonna piano. Sounds great. Strawberry Flutes, the very famous from the Mellotron. And they kept it faithful here. You'll notice it only goes down to a G. It's because it wasn't a big keyboard. So you see that it's only goes from here to there, and they didn't stretch it. They stuck with what was there, and then we can work a harmonium. is a harmonium. So last bit, let's just talk about it, shall we? Percussion. You got a whole bunch of different tambourine. Got a bunch of different claps, which I love. I've got an illness, the only thing that's gonna cure it is more cowbell. And then this really funny edition of Screaming Girls. That was provided by the BBC. Just in case you need that in your backing track. And then a swarmandel, which I believe is an Indian instrument. Here, let's do the master on that one. There you go. That now you know what that thing is. Then the sitar. Very awesome sitar. Love it. Within you and without you here. So this gives you some flavor. Couple of options there, and then this tabla, which this is honestly pretty awesome because the tabla is like a really flexible percussion instrument in terms of the sounds it can make and the character it has, and having this many sounds, I mean, it's chromatic all the way up and down the keyboard. You could create some pretty faithful tabla music. Yeah, you get it. All right, so on that note, I did not intend to go through every single instrument, but I did because it's pretty awesome. So I hope that you have enjoyed this exploration of the Fab 4 refill from EastWest, and I appreciate your eyes and ears on this very much. You have a great day. Stay safe. Cheers.